an episode you definitely don't want to miss. 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 398 square feet. This week's episode of Inside Houston Real Estate, we are featuring a beautiful home developed by Aurora Custom Homes. This home is listed for $2,799,500. It features 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a total of 5,398 square feet. And if you factor in the amazing outdoor spaces that are under roof, you almost have 7,000 square feet built on over a 24,000 square foot lot. That is over a half an acre. Normally I'm bringing these tours and narrating to you by myself, but today we have the distinct pleasure of the owner of Aurora Custom Homes joining us to tour us through this amazing house, talk about the concept, the creative process, the finishes that are throughout, and what his buyers are looking for in a custom built home. Folks, this is an episode you definitely don't want to miss. So without any further ado, let's get it started. All right, so as I mentioned in the intro, we have a special guest today. I'm really excited for this tour. I think you're going to absolutely love this. I've filmed about 80 videos for the channel, and only once before have I had the opportunity to sit down and discuss a build with a custom home builder who is actually the owner of the company. So follow me inside. We're gonna meet Justin, who is the owner of Aurora Custom Homes. He has a very cool story. You're gonna love this, and you're gonna get a very personal tour today. All right, follow me.
Hey guys, welcome.
Hey Justin, how are you? Nice to meet you again.
Yeah.
So I was just saying to our viewers that this is only the second time in the channel out of 80 videos that I've had an opportunity to talk and walk with the owner of the builder. And it's you, Justin. And thank you for having us. And so Justin has a very, very cool story. And so as we go through this house, he's going to be pointing out some features. He is the creative mind behind this amazing property. So I'm going to let you hear from him, not so much from me as always, because it's very insightful. So Justin, if you can get started with, Aurora, the story behind how you got involved with this business and how you started the company.
So we started the company, Lance, back in 2017. And when we started our company, we had one vision in mind, and that was to become the best custom builder that we could become as we are today. And Aurora was named after my grandmother. Oh, wow. My grandmother, who's now passed, but we named the company after her because she always had one vision. And her vision, first and foremost, was God. Her second vision was anything any of her children ever did, to do it right, no matter what the circumstance was, and to make sure that we lived up to our promise. So I felt like her teachings as a grandmother and the person that once raised me showed us how to be superior and responsible to what we did in life. So I really admired her very much, and she taught us so much in life that I felt like this is what I really love to do. This is what I wanted to do. And I had the opportunity to name the company after her. It's a true blessing. The second person who actually helped me fund the company was a gentleman by the name of Tom Buford Miller. Okay, he's a well-known, respected gentleman in Houston, Texas. He was with me from 2017 until just last year of April. Unfortunately, we lost Tom as well at the age of 92. But he created Aurora Custom Homes. He helped me not only with my vision, but he helped me build so many relationships across the entire city with special people that he knew and he was connected with in the business world. And he just saw a vision in me And he took a chance on me and he said, you know, Justin, I see your vision. I see what you're trying to do, and I'm going to help you get to where you need to be. And sure enough, he became a partner of mine in the process and planning of building Aurora Custom Homes. And we started the company. And, you know, thank the good Lord, I call them my two angels, you know,
Right.
Aurora being one, Tom being the other. And thank God today, you know, we're 2026. This will be our 9th year in business going into July. And, you know, we are very, very happy to be part of not only building homes in Houston, but building homes that are going to be the test of time, and they're going to stand with the test of time. And so we take a lot of pride in our construction work, and you'll see that in some of the details that we point out in our homes. But even when our customers ask us, hey, can you come back and do this? We don't just wave them off and say, hey, you know, no, your warranty's up. We're never going to come back and see you again. We make the conscious effort to go see what is wrong. And then after that, if it is a warranty item, then we go back and take care of it for them with no additional cost. So it's a good thing.
That's awesome. So we had a chance to talk on the phone a couple of days ago, and I think we have somewhat of a similar background where we both work for national home builders.
Correct.
Right. So guys, and still to this day, I wear two hats. I'm a realtor, but I also work for a national home builder. And so Justin and I kind of bonded over that. So we know what happens when you work for a big national company, and him having his own company, it definitely is a lot more personal touch. Obviously, he's in this business to make a living, but when you buy from a national home builder, sometimes it's all about the profit and less about the consumer. I'm just being honest.
That is 100% correct. I had the opportunity to work for national builders and local large builders here in Houston for 17 years of my career.
Wow.
And so I started back in 2006, and I was done right at 2017 is when I kind of said, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to go do my own thing. While I did learn from a lot of experience from the national builders and how they did do things, the one thing that I wish more customers would really look at is the quality of their home. And not when it's finished, but actually through the building process. You would learn so much and you would discover so much, and then it would make you understand why you're spending just a little bit more of your hard-earned money on a better quality home. So I do agree with you there.
Yeah, so this is one of the reasons I wanted to get Justin on the channel, because to have his insight, and there's some of you who watch the channel, and all of you that watch the channel, those of you who are first time watching the channel, I usually go out and I narrate these tours by myself. I'm pointing out different materials used, but to have the insight behind the build and the making of this particular property or any property is completely different feel and vibe. So I appreciate you. So let's get started with this beautiful property. I had the opportunity to bring some of my clients here to view this property, and they were blown away by it. So that's what made me want to come out and film it, to share it with you all and watching the channel.
Thank you.
And somehow got connected with Justin, and he said he'd come to this shoot today and give some insights. So we're blessed to have him. So let's talk about this home. So we're in the foyer now, and obviously we have ridiculously high ceilings. So
yes, yeah. So typically our homes start with 12 to 14 foot ceilings and can go all the way up to 30 foot ceilings. So
wow.
Depending on the floor plan that we design will depend on the ceiling height of our homes. Now, the one thing I did share with Lance is we build homes where we build it once and we don't build it again, okay? So typically our clients will sit down with architects and they'll draw out their dream home. There's no, we can't do it. There's always, what would you like to do? And so that is the initial step or process of our build, is to have our client spend hours with the architect talking about what their dream home really is going to be, or what they want it to be. And you'd be surprised. A lot of people have some really cool ideas that you don't see in any homes. And when you put them in, then we have other buyers come in, walk the home, and then they're like, hey, by the way, I love that. Can we do that in our house? The answer is yes and no. You can't build the same house, but you might be able to tweak a feature too. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, that's good. So it's not cookie cutter. You go into these master plan communities, the builder will have 5, 6, 7 different floor plans, and everybody's house outside of maybe the elevation kind of looks the same. It looks somewhat cookie cutter.
That is correct. Yes, sir. So we definitely, like I said, we like for our clients to express what they want.
Right. Now, folks, for you watching today, I do want to point out that this home is listed with a buddy of mine. I'll have her information listed below so you can contact her or you can contact me. But this really is an amazing home. So let's start with the door selection here. So you have basically it's a steel or iron and glass door.
So this is definitely an iron glass door with 3M glass. They call these pivot doors. They're real easy to open and close, but they open, you know, almost 110% all the way through, and then they come back and they close pretty nice and soft. There's no doorknobs, no nothing. It automatically locks with a timer. And at the end of the day, this glass too, we do have it ordered. It just hasn't been installed yet. But for customers' privacy, if they ever wanted to, it's a click of a button and this thing goes opaque in the middle of the night.
Wow.
Yeah, true privacy.
That's cool. That's some like.
So,
all right. So then we have the study here just off the foyer. I love the choice of lighting you have in this house.
So I'm not going to take any credit for anything in this house other than it was built beautifully. But we have a true designer that does all our homes for us and also partners with our clients. So our clients become her clients. So at the end of the day, we do provide a designer for every build. So if it's something that the customer wants, needs, has to source, we provide that for them.
Okay, great. So folks, you obviously can see you have a double door entry leading in. And what I noticed about this room, I love the ceiling detail. I also love the wood work that you've done in here.
Yes, we have some really, really good carpenters that do our work. Again, designers pick the colors, the lighting, the flooring. So I give credit to them all the time for that. And to be honest with you, without their help, we wouldn't have been able to do what we do and grow how we've grown. I take a lot of pride when I say that, and I'll tell you why. You know, when we first started, obviously we started with nothing, okay? And we had a dream and a vision. And now that our dream and vision is slowly coming together, what we're also doing is competing with some of the largest builders here in Houston. And when people come see our homes, they go, wow. And that's what we take a lot of pride in, is that Aurora is now becoming a staple in Houston, Texas. You know, before people would ask, who's Aurora? Where are you guys from? Now it's, hey, did you see that $3 million home in Memorial by Aurora? And did you see the features that it has? So it's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting feeling.
Right. All right. So the floors that you have in here, this is actually, it's a hardwood, correct?
That is correct. Yes.
All right.
Everything we do in these type of homes will have a hardwood floor. Now, I will tell you, I take a lot of pride in, and I would ask customers to go Google this, okay? A lot of home builders here in Houston, Texas, do not use some of the same materials that we use to build our custom homes. Big one for me is called the subfloor. A lot of builders will use a 5/8 sheet of what we call subfloor. Well, over time, that subfloor, because of the weight of your home, will bow. We use a product called Expansive that's used up north in like New York and states up north. It's not only waterproof, it's also snowproof, in terms of hurricane proof as well. And not only that, but it can resist the weight of any home. And that is over 2 inches thick all the way around your home. So the quality of your home is so much sound, and you will enjoy that as you walk through the home.
Okay. And that's exactly why I was excited to have him on the tour today, because I walked through a lot of beautiful homes, but I can't tell you what the home is made of, what the construction quality is. And these are things that you don't see because they're in the bones of the house.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
yeah, you know, they always say you can put lipstick on a pig, right?
That's correct. That is
And so it's great to hear that. So moving forward, we're going to go up to the second floor a little bit later in the tour, but coming through, I like the width of the entryway. And then I always love when developers do things like this. So
Yes.
maximizing the space
Yes.
of the home.
So we are a big family builder. So we always build family for families first. And my builder, and I'll give him a lot of credit, Mr. Kevin Mankey, he came to me one day and he said, Justin, the architect left this empty space here. And I said, okay, well, what do you want to do with it? And he said, man, let me think about it. Give me a couple of days. And I said, okay, fine. Well, then he says, Justin, this is a huge house. What if mom's home, has 2 kids, she's cooking in the kitchen, but you know, they don't want to go upstairs. So he created a kids book nook for them.
Justin, get a little peek of that in here.
So kids book nook, and this is something that is all over the internet. People love this, but basically this is for children that can come put their books, their schoolwork. They come in here, they have their own little space. Okay, there's a light, and they can sit here. We'll put a pad for them. It's a bench right now, but we'll put a pad for them. And that basically allows them to sit down, read their book, and mom and dad are not too far away. So it's a really, really cool feature to have. And by the way, sorry if you see a few blue tapes, this house is being finished and punched out. So anything you see, it's because we're trying to make it perfection.
Awesome. All right, so next up, we're gonna go into what I'm calling one of the coolest great rooms
Yes.
that I've seen. And the openness of this floor plan, I absolutely love. You know, years ago, houses were really choppy.
Yeah.
There was all these individual spaces. They weren't really set up to communicate if you had guests over and converse. But this is, I walked in here that day with my clients. I was like, from the front door all the way out to the back, it's all this natural light. I love it. So let's talk about this space here. Obviously, this is designed to be the dining room area.
Correct. Yes, this is the formal dining room area. And to your point, Lance, you're 100% correct. Before we even start with the process of a build, we focus on the lots that we're purchasing. Okay, and there's a real big reason why we focus on the lots. It's because when we build you a home, we don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm gonna look out my window and the first thing I see is my neighbor's, window next door to me. Or I'm gonna see my neighbor's patio right behind my dining room window. So we take huge pride in sourcing different lots throughout the city of Houston. This one, I was fortunate to purchase. As you walk through this home and see all the natural light, I want you to also see how nice the architect wanted this house to feel like you were in a picture inside your home, so that you get to enjoy the nature, the birds. Earlier, if you weren't here earlier, but my builder was taking pictures of a woody woodpecker on a tree and loving it. It's just natural. You're in the city, but you feel at home, and that's what we want to build inside the city, is houses like this.
It's cool to piggyback on what you said. There's a saying that you can't see the picture when you're in the frame, but this is a picture that you can clearly see, and we're in the frame, and there's pictures all over the place when you look.
Correct.
All right. Yes. So the choice of lighting, I imagine you have an interior designer that picked the lighting for the home.
Yes, like I said, I cannot take any credit for any of these selections. Our designers work really hard day and night. They put a really good design together with our architects, because obviously they want to show off their work as well, and they take a lot of pride in their work. So we let them pick all the selections. We just put them in. Okay,
great. Now the other thing, as we're going through this home, and Justin, if you pan back towards the front door and all of this wall space, in this price point particularly, you get a lot of buyers who are art collectors. They have beautiful art that they can hang on the wall. And it amazes me that you maximize this space with all of these windows, yet maintained a lot of wall space for art.
Yeah, so again, when we sit down with our architects, we talk about those small details that make a home. Because you are correct, a lot of walls are shortened or they're not big enough for furniture. And so we listen to our customers, and our customers, give us good feedback. Hey, we want big living rooms because we have big Christmases, or hey, we have big Thanksgivings. We need the space. So at the end of the day, we do try to maximize the wall space and the interior space so that it accommodates families all across Houston.
Great. So while we're talking about the space, correct me if I'm wrong, but the specs on this house, nearly 5,400 square feet.
Correct. Yes, sir.
5 bedrooms, 5 full baths, and 2 half baths.
Correct.
Okay, I got that right. I looked at that sheet one time. I had to get it.
You just forgot one thing.
What's that?
The big bonus room upstairs. So that one could be 6 bedroom. It could be a weight room. It could be a media room. That was one of those bonus things that the architect put up there as a Christmas tree closet, and my designer took it above and beyond a Christmas tree closet and made an additional room. So good job.
Yeah, that's a hell of a closet.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't want to go past this, but while we're here, before we step into the main part of the great room, Justice, if you could just swing around. We do have some nice space here. This is one of the half baths, and if you want to peek in there.
Yes, please do. So again, these are designer selections, but they do pick very high-end floor finishes, paint colors, and again, they put it all together for us. And we truly, truly love our designers. Truly love them.
Okay. And then just adjacent, you have a coat closet. And you know what? I'm a stickler for detail. So I notice little things. Like some people, it would never even come to mind, but just the stain you did on the bar here.
Correct. Yes, our builder has a very good eye, and he made sure that when we walk these homes right at punch out, that they're 99.9% done, and the little bitty details that we do find are quick and minimal to fix.
Right.
But absolutely, yes. Again, our builders are top notch. Kevin, I can't talk enough about Kevin Mankey. He's been a builder for over 20 years.
Wow.
In the industry. He started his building career a long time ago with a national home builder. And he says, Justin, I love what I do here. He's like, this makes it feel like my own. And I hope to one day have him with you on the channel so that he can talk about his process and day-to-day building, because building these monstrosities takes a lot of preparation. It really does. This is a house that, while it's 5,300 or 5,400 square feet living, it's over 7,000 square feet under roof. So it's a very big challenge for him to be able to manage this entire project as not only the superintendent in charge, but to manage over 100 tradesmen that come in and out of this house to make it what it is today.
Right. And you're getting, like I said, a lot of insight. And, you know, for those of you who are looking to build a home, this is important because, like I mentioned earlier, you want to get the feel that the builder who is building your home, who you hire, because as Justin mentioned, there's a lot of competition in Houston. You want to know that they really have your best interest at mind and that they care about quality and longevity of their company. There's a lot of companies that come and go.
Yes,
they build a couple of homes and then times get tough and they're gone. And so you don't want that. So let's talk about the height of these windows, because you have this beautiful linear electric fireplace that changes colors. And I'm gonna let you do a little demo because you have the remote control.
So this has become very popular, and it started in up north and it's traveled its way all the way to South Texas, okay? But these linear fireplaces are not only cool, they still create heat, which a lot of people love, especially people without children or with children, because natural fireplaces, kids can put their hands in and have accidents. These people love, they can change the color, anything they want to do when it comes to color. They can change the flame, different color in flame. Here you go, let me do it that way.
Oh.
You can do that. I mean, there's so many things you can do with this linear fireplace. Me personally, I still love the gas fireplaces. That's why we have one out there sitting on the patio. So if you did want to burn some wood and create that marshmallow moment, you still can.
Okay.
But inside, these are super popular right now. Super popular.
Right. So the symmetry of this house, I love how these, and I'm just going to call them picture windows. They're large, they're tall, they're wide. I love the black frames. They bookend this beautiful fireplace, and you can see that up above you have your outlet there. So if you want to put your flat screen there, this is really just a perfect entertaining space. And in addition to that, we have your wet bar here.
Yes.
You have a beverage refrigerator.
Correct.
Justin, you might want to get a little closer over here. And, you know, I love black cabinet. I love contrast.
Yes.
So the contrast, and we'll get into the kitchen in a second, but the black cabinetry. Now, is this quartz or quartzite?
Quartzite.
Quartzite, which is a higher quality of quartz.
Correct.
So this is just nicely done. So if you're entertaining here, folks, I just want you to kind of put yourself in the space like we are. And no matter where you're at, from the front door to going out to the rear covered patio, it's perfect for entertaining. So let's move into the kitchen, because this is one of the larger islands that I've seen.
So some of the feedback we get from moms, grandmas, and sometimes even dads is, hey, come Christmas, come Thanksgiving, come birthdays, holidays, 4th of July, we have a lot of family over. And so we try our hardest with our architects to maximize entertainment space.
Right.
So that's super important to us. So our typical island will be anywhere between 10 to 12 feet long, and sometimes even longer. Okay. So, but this one right here that you're looking at is about 12 feet long. You can put chairs underneath it. You have cabinets accessibility at the bottom. Okay. Sorry, Lance, I don't have handles.
That's
yet.
all right.
We leave that to the buyers at the end.
I figured that's what you did, because
we leave it to the buyers at the end. And then, of course, we do high-end appliances, so you always have a 48-inch gas range. You'll always have a nice vent hood. And then, of course, an inset refrigerator as well. That will be high-end refrigerator. Again, all the selections are beautifully done by the designer, which, again, she does an amazing job with our stuff. And one thing that we really, truly pay attention to more than anything is, where can I spend most of my time at with my family? And it's always the kitchen and the living room. Absolutely. So that's why we expand this space, so that at any given time, your family can enjoy each other within the same room. Yeah, this is great. So let's work our way to the inner part of the kitchen. And you pointed out this. Now, this is cafe series. That is a professional cafe series. This is refrigerator. And again, we put those in on every house that we do. Yeah. Look at the size of this, folks. I mean, it's really nice. And just refrigerators, and you want me to open that back up? There you go. I'll do my Vanna White for you. But refrigerators like this, ballpark, 15 to 20,000? 15 to 20,000 ballpark on an inset refrigerator like that, depending if we put wine columns in or anything like that. But this one is a pretty good size refrigerator. I believe that's a 48-inch refrigerator, and I think that's roughly $15,000, $16,000 for that. Wow. So I'm telling your mother we need to replace the refrigerator at the house. So now you know what the cost is. All right. So you have a waterfall edge. Yes, that is, yes. Really nicely done. And a lot of contrast in the kitchen. I love the choice of your tile here, the backsplash tile. You took the cabinets up really nice and high. Correct, yes. The glass fronts at the top. So folks, if you have decorative pieces, some people have some really nice china vases, what have you. Great place to display those. And then the pops of color throughout here. This is one of the favorite things I point out on the channel is the pot filler. Oh yeah, especially, you know, moms that want to cook gumbo, beans, big pots of soups. You know, here in Houston, Texas, pho, yep. Big tradition here. So a lot of people ask me, can you please put a pot filler so that they don't have to carry that pot from here across to the stove. One thing I would like to point out though to you, and this is something that it's a fan favorite, and to be honest with you, It was a mom that brought this up to me. She said, Justin, when I want to look at my kitchen, I want to see clean lines. And I said, oh, okay, well, we build clean lines. She said, no. She said, pay closer attention. And I said, okay, now you got me. So I looked at the wall, and I'm like, well, I think we did good. She said, look at the plugs. Now pay attention to that wall.
Yeah.
There's no plugs on that wall. And she said, Justin, I want for my plugs to be hidden underneath.
Right.
So we hide all the plugs underneath every cabinet so that when you put your beautiful decorations, you don't see a plug sticking out in the middle of your backsplash to where it kind of takes away from your beautiful decoration.
Right, and the wires from it, all of that stuff.
She said, she taught us that, and that was 9 years ago, and it's never left me. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. We've seen that on quite a few homes now, but it just really over the last few years that became a thing.
It is a thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a thing for sure.
All right, so inside you have a stainless steel farmhouse sink.
Correct, yes sir.
Which it's rare to see that. Your dishwasher here, also Cafe Series. I'm assuming this is the trash pullout.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And folks, notice the pops of color from the pot filler to these beautiful pendant lights that we have here. I joke around on the channel, but when pendant lights first became a thing, they were like these little small lights.
Yes.
Now you're almost seeing chandeliers hanging over top of islands.
Oversized.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's pretty cool. But you know, an island this size requires bigger lighting.
Yes, it's funny you say that because I built some homes where the chandelier is 5 and 6 feet wide, and I'm like, wow. It's like, okay, but when you put it all together, it looks amazing.
Absolutely.
Really nice.
All right, so off of the kitchen area here, and by the way, you can see you have a very long countertop here.
Yes, sure.
I've seen a lot of kitchens where this cuts shortly past the range.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, we like to build our houses where they're ready for entertainment, ready for lots of guests. And, while we love it, we hope our customers love it. And we also want them to have their friends, family over, and when they walk in, they go, wow.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want. We want that wow factor. So we try our best to really get that in.
Cool. So here next to this massive island, you have your breakfast area. Another cool light fixture right here. And so once again, I'm literally standing at the back of the breakfast area and I can see the front door.
It's a long way from the front door.
It's a long way.
Yeah, it's a long way from the front door to the breakfast area.
Yeah.
But yes, we like to build our homes wide, tall ceilings, again, lots of natural light, and we hope to kind of tie it all together to where no matter, again, what part of the house you're in, you feel like you're in a picture. Right.
All right, so we're gonna show you what sits kind of behind the kitchen on the right-hand side in just 2 seconds. Okay, continuing on with the tour, just adjacent the kitchen on the right side, you have some really cool spaces here. So let's step inside. And initially, you have a pantry. And, I'm going to point this out because I like pointing out the details. Just as you come in this way, they continued with the same, this is quartzite as well? Or is
That's
this
correct.
Okay. So the same quartzite that was on that massive island in the kitchen continues in your pantry. They took the pantry shelves up very high. A lot of times we go into these homes and it might be arm length. This is perfect because for those of you who have a lot of whatever, cereal boxes, canned goods, whatever you're gonna put in here, you have plenty of space and you have plenty of cabinet space below, and it does wrap behind the door as well. So nicely done pantry. And here you also have your utility room. Justice, I'll let you go ahead of me and just take a peek in there. But I call it utility room because there is a sink. And you know something? That's a big thing in Texas.
That is. It's a very big thing in Texas.
You don't see a lot of sinks. I'm from New York.
Okay.
And you don't was a laundry room. It was like a washer and dryer. Sometimes a washer and dryer is in the basement of the house, you know, but it's nice. So for our laundry room, I like the fact that you chose a different color cabinetry.
Yes, thank you.
All the homes we go into, I've walked into a lot of custom homes where I say that the developer got a little lazy.
Got it.
And every room is exactly the same.
Yep.
It's like, okay.
It can feel that way.
Right.
Yes.
So we got a great deal on this material, so let's just blast it through the whole house. Right?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. All right. And you have a nice window in here as well. So nice utility room. You have your mud area. And Justin, I got to tell you, you are smooth with the phone, because if mine went off, I'd be bobbling trying to, you are like automatic, like it's a magnet or something.
I get 100 calls a day. I'm pretty good at silencing.
Okay. So this is your mud area, folks. And same color wood that you see in the utility room. And this door here, we're not going to go out here just now, but I will let you take a peek. This is what you call the butler's entrance.
That is correct. This is the butler's entry for anybody that wants to deliver groceries, packages, anything like that, so that they don't get left at the front door. You have a side door for that.
Great. And folks, there is an absolutely massive 3-car garage here, which we're going to talk about when we get to the exterior of the house. But that garage is so high, you could put a lift in there.
You can put 3 lifts in there and have 6 cars in there, yes.
Woo.
So the ceiling height is 16 feet. So you could park a regular car underneath and one on a lift, and you can put 3 lifts in there. That garage is insane. It's for the guy that has toys, lots of toys,
right,
and wants to enjoy his garage. Yep.
Let me tell you, folks, because there's a lot of clients that I talk to have multiple high-end cars, and they literally rent a storage garage to just put those cars at, because they don't have a place at their own home to have them. Yes. So this is pretty cool.
Yes, yes.
All right, now also behind the kitchen area here, you have a secondary bedroom.
Yeah, so this is a big request, especially here in Houston. We have a lot of families that either want a mother-in-law suite, a child's bedroom down, or even an infant room, a newborn baby. So we, on all our homes, we build predominantly 2 bedrooms downstairs, the primary suite and then a secondary bedroom. And I will tell you this is the one thing that I cannot stand, and I will not do in any of my houses, is when you see other builders call their bedroom, their secondary bedroom, a bedroom, and it's a 9x10 or a 10x10. And then you got grandma or mama sleeping in a twin or a full-size bed. That's an absolute no-no, Houston. All right? So our rooms are big enough that you can put a full-size king bed in here with no problems and still have room for furniture all the way around. We also do private bathrooms in our bedrooms, so your family never has to step out of the room in order to go to a bathroom or a closet of any kind.
So all the bedrooms are en suite?
En suite, yes sir.
Awesome.
Yes sir. Now I will give you one caveat, and I'm a stickler for this. Because we're in punch-out mode, you'll notice something as we tour you through the house. None of our showers have shower glass yet. The reason being is because we're in a building and some of these guys come in with their big ladders and just jack them around and so it's one of the things I do at the very end of our build is I'll put in the shower glass to make sure that I know nothing's going to happen to it.
It's funny you bring that up. So working for a home builder,
yes,
and you know, customers come out weekly sometimes and they walk through the house. They've never built a house. They have no idea what construction is, the process. And they'll come into my sales office and they go, Lance, the window's broken in the bedroom.
Yep, that's a big one.
It's like, calm down. We're not going to allow you to close with a broken window. Things happen in construction. We will fix it before it's all over with. So,
yes.
So that's thoughtful into your process, because why put up expensive glass and have the risk of it being broken before, you know?
Correct. Yeah, it's just, certain things that, we want our customers to know that we're really paying attention to them, and that we understand their hard-earned money is building a home. So at the end of the day, we have to take pride in not only what we build, but what our customer's vision is too. We have to take pride in understanding what they want, because they spent not hundreds, but probably quite a few hours putting their dream homes together.
Right.
So it's our job to respect their time and to respect what they did with the architects to make sure that when they move in, they are completely happy with their home.
Absolutely. So Justice, I'm not going to go in this bathroom, but you can take a peek in there. You'll notice a different cabinet color again. And I really like that cabinet color with the flooring selection in there. It's nice.
Yes, it definitely ties pretty nice together.
And you can take a peek at the walk-in shower and the fact that you took that tile surround all the way up to the ceiling, 14 feet high tile surround.
Yes.
It literally may be the highest shower I've seen on the channel.
I appreciate that. Again, I take no credit. That's the designer.
Yep. I'll pop that on. And so it's really nicely done. Mud set. I love the choice of the hardware. You have the landscape window in there, still allowing that natural light to come in.
Yes.
Just beautifully done.
And again, you're sitting down, you're enjoying an evening in your room, and you feel the natural light and the trees and this is serenity. And the cool thing about this neighborhood, which I kind of hope they come out while we're doing this, is this neighborhood, their neighborhood pet is about 30 beautiful peacocks in this neighborhood.
Okay.
So I really do hope that they do show up while we're doing this, especially the exterior, because it's going to be fun.
No.
We'll get to see that. That's just a neighborhood pet. They're all over the place. It's a cool thing to have.
Wow, really nice. All right, so let's cut it there, and we're going to continue on with the primary bedroom next. All right, as promised, we're going to show you, I think, is a spectacular primary suite, and the bathroom is really to die for. So let's go. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you have 2 half baths in this home. So bringing basically 5 full, 2 half. Your second half bath is right here. It's great for your guests. So whether your guests are in the dining area or they're in the breakfast area, there's going to be a bathroom close by.
Oh yes, like I said, we definitely build for entertaining. So this house has 7 bathrooms, 2 half, 5 full. So take your pick.
Right. All right. So Justice, you may just could take a peek in there and get a little footage, but it's nice. I love the bowl sink. And what type of counter is that? Is that as far as the material, is it a stone or?
So this is a natural stone. Yes, this is a natural stone that the designer picked on this one. And she did the wraparound, but this stone right here is one of my favorites. They call this, I believe it's called Calcutta.
Okay.
And it's a fan favorite from a lot of people that choose it in their homes. And if you pay attention to, you'll notice the designer changes up the room colors, temperatures. She does that because she wants every room to feel different. So she wants your home to truly feel custom, to where, as you pointed out earlier, that not all the cabinets are the same color. Not all the tiles are the same tiles. Mm-hmm. So it just makes the home feel spectacular and refreshing. Right,
and it doesn't feel just like, oh, it's a production home and we're just gonna knock it out, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, so as we're going through this home, I do want to point out you have 8-foot high door frames, okay? I've been in homes, Justin, that were $2 million that literally had 6'8" door frames.
We do a minimum of 8 foot, and we also do a minimum again of 12 to 14 foot ceilings, even on the first floor. We want your home to feel that wow factor, so this is kind of our standard features of what we do when we build a custom home for you guys.
Yeah, another thing I'll point out, when you're looking at listings, you guys are going to horror, real.com or whatever, and you see a $2, $3, $4, $10 million house, you can't gauge the scale with the height of the ceilings from pictures.
That's correct.
It's hard. So you almost have to be there. I'm with my shoes on, I'm 6'3", and I look at this, and at 5 years ago, I could still dunk a basketball. Granted, the rim's not 14 feet, it's 10 feet, but those days are over. But anyway, step inside. So this is just, I mean, literally, no one would do this. However, I do know someone who did it. They had two, and this is in Las Vegas, and it was a husband and wife. This is a true story. They slept in separate beds in the same room, and they had two king-size beds in the room with a night table in between.
Wow. Wow. I haven't seen that one yet, but I wouldn't be surprised.
My friend had the listing on the house, and she showed it to me. I'm like, what on earth is going on here? Apparently nothing. Right? But anyway, so the size of this room is huge. I mean, this is your headboard wall here, and you know, I mean, that's probably the width of a king-size bed or less. So you can see how much room is on this back wall.
Yeah, so when it comes to primary suites, we definitely want a large primary suite because what we've always been, especially husbands, hey, I need enough room for a sitting couch, or hey, wives, I need enough room for a sitting desk so I can read at night. So we make these so big that you have everything and anything in this room to be versatile with. So it's a really cool feature to have. And then our ceiling lights. I mean, that's a 72-inch fan that you're looking at. And when you compare that in this big room, it's like you can picture how big this room is.
Yeah, Justice, pan up a little if you don't have it on the video. You got it? Okay. This is like a mini Costco fan.
That is 72 inch, yes, very large.
All right, so folks, we're in the Memorial West area. The feel of all the trees, it's just a different vibe out here.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you maximize all the windows, and if you're laying in your bed, if you're walking into your room, it's very picturesque.
Very, and the cool thing about this, Lance, it's so hard to find these lots. People come and they come to Houston and they think concrete and streets. But there is a lot of beautiful lots like this available, but you have to tear down the existing house and start from scratch. Okay?
Right.
Does it cost more? Yes, it does. But that's part of living in the city where you're 5 minutes from the high-end restaurant, you're 5 minutes from your local grocery store, you're 5 minutes from your bank, and you're 5 minutes from the largest, best hospital in the city of Houston, but yet you still feel like you're in the country a little bit. And that's the true difference. What a lot of Houstonians think when they get into these parts of town is, it's wow. It's just like any other city you go to. But what makes Houston special is this is still available to customers, okay? It really is. You just have to tear it down and start a whole new project.
Right.
And you'd be surprised how many people love to do that because, again, they're creating their own masterpiece.
Right. In this neighborhood, and I don't know the age of this neighborhood, but it probably started getting developed when? How many years ago?
So this neighborhood is almost 70 years old.
Wow.
Okay, 70 years old.
So this is very mature.
Very, 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 very. And it's funny because a neighborhood like this, you have existing homes that were built back in the 70s, 80s, 60s, and now right next to this is going to be a brand new home. And that was built in 23, 24, 25, 26, and beyond. So a lot of Houston, believe it or not, has continued to develop and grow and take older neighborhoods and kind of revamp them. So where, my mom and dad sold their piece of property and moved out of the neighborhood, then you have a young family that wants to go to a great school district, wants to be close to the city, but they still want that suburb feel.
Right.
This is it.
It's really, folks, it's a perfect location. If you don't have to be solely an urbanite, this is really giving you the best of both worlds.
Yes, it really does. It really does.
All right, so now we got to talk about the primary bathroom. Because when I saw this, I think that was 2 weeks ago on a Sunday with my Canadian clients, and I know they're going to watch this video and they're going to start thinking about this even more. But this bathroom is something else. So Justice, follow Justin and I inside. And so the thing I like about this bathroom, one, I love the color scheme, right? The contrast. The standalone soaking tub, I've never seen one like this that is two-tone.
Yes, yeah. So our designer, she loves to go above and beyond in the primary bathroom. And she says, Justin, you cannot tell me what to do in here. This is my space. And I said, all right, go ahead, how about it? She's really good, and I'll tell you why. When she sits with the architects, she still has natural light. Okay, everywhere. Natural light, trees, natural sun. And at the end of the day, your house never feels cold. It's always a warm environment. She does go bold with some colors due to trends. And then she stays with sometimes the all-time classic.
Right.
Okay. But at the end of the day, one thing that I've experienced is our buyers love the boldness because they see it in magazines from Europe and Paris and some of the other places across the world. And they're like, well, we come in Texas and everything's brown, everything's tan, everything's white. And so our designers take a lot of pride in that. And they put it pretty well together. I mean,
it's very transitional.
Yes.
So it's nice. I also love the fact that I have been in some very large homes where the sink setups were linear, where the husband and wife, the partners, they are literally standing at the same counter. So there's a nice separation in here. So it's just really nicely done. So you mentioned earlier that you wait to put the glass in at the end.
Yes.
And it's so funny because when I was with my clients from Canada, we came in here and they're like, wow, that's pretty interesting. There's no glass there or anything. Like, there's no way the water's not going to hit the floor.
So imagine this. Imagine your plumber coming in with a 10-foot ladder to come and deal with all this water stuff and then go clack.
Oh.
That's why we don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay? And believe me, I learned my lesson 2 years ago. We typically build some very large showers. Obviously, you can see this. I mean, me and Lance, we can probably fit 10 people in this thing.
Right.
But we did have a plumber with his ladder, and he broke one of our glasses. These glasses are not $500. They're talking about $6,000. So at the end of the day, we take, again, customers, into account and make sure that we deliver the most efficient, quality, best home that we can do it. So we'll wait a little bit to be patient. We'll wait a little bit.
It makes sense. So you brought up the windows. I mean, even standing here, you maximize this lot as far as the beauty surrounding the house, because I'm standing in this shower and I see tree branches sticking up over here. It's a nice deep little niche here for shampoo bottles. And it's just, hey, I love it. I absolutely love it.
The other thing too, on shampoo bottles, a lot of women would say, well, my shampoo is 12 inches, 14 inches. Well, now we go to 16 inches as a standard because a lot of shampoo bottles nowadays, I didn't know.
With the big pumps on them.
The big pumps and stuff. So I don't have much hair, so to me, shampoo is shampoo. But we do it now. So every one of them's going to have a really deep and tall shampoo box for things like that. We try to think of everything that we can think of, but we again really listen to our customers so that we understand what they want in their building.
Right. All right. So the other thing I have to point out, and my wife will watch these, and justice for all of the others who know, this is my stepson, my bonus son, second-year law student behind the camera today, helping us out.
There you go.
But he did a shoot with me about a month ago, and we went into the closet, and my daughter used to shoot with me all the time. And we had this thing called Melanie's stamp of approval when we got into the closet, right? And it was like, all right, would Melanie approve of this closet? So my wife is an absolute clothes horse. Like, no, you have no idea. I mean, it's no idea. So I can't tell you how many $2+ million houses we filmed, and there's one closet.
No, that's a big number.
That happens all the time.
Really?
Yeah, very rarely do we see two closets. You might see one big closet, but folks, it's not even just it being a big closet where the husband and wife, the partners can all fit their clothes in. Sometimes it's about the privacy of your own closet, right? And so that's important. So I like the fact that you designed this house with two separate closets.
So we typically do, to your point, Lance, a his and her closet, and on some of our floor plans, to be honest with you, we have a 2-story closet, which is really, really cool. But in this particular house, we did 2 very large closets, a his and a hers. You'll notice when you walk in, the lighting will automatically turn on for you as you walk in the closet. And it just lights up.
That is so nice. Because closets typically are dark.
Yes.
Or dim, you know, no matter what the lighting you have in the ceiling. So when you light up, like you said, it's automatic sensors in here. This is awesome. You have this LED lighting that comes on and illuminates your clothes. Because sometimes, man, I'm getting older. It might be a black suit or a dark brown suit or dark blue suit, and you're looking and like, oh, which suit am I wearing today? So
these right here again are 14-foot high ceilings, 8-foot doors all the way across. This will have a mirror in front of it. We usually put a big mirror in the ladies' closet, especially for long dresses, stuff like that. She can see herself. And then on the back side of it, there's more storage space for jewelry of any kind, shoes, anything like that. Everything's adjustable. Again, there's a few items that we still need to punch out on this house, and this is one of them. We're at that stage right now, but it's made for LA. Yeah,
and on this side of the island, which is a really nice size island, you have 8 drawers.
Yes.
So a lot of times people say, well, I don't have a dresser or a room to put drawers. Now, obviously in this primary bedroom, you have plenty of room to put whatever dressers, armoires, or whatever you want to put. But it's always nice to have that type of storage space within the closet as well.
Yes, big closet. Okay. And of course we have the men's right next door, which, the men's has a lot of room too. And at the end of the day, we try to make sure that we give the men's as enough room as the ladies' closet too. And again, so much natural light that you can't even, tell you're in the closet.
Right. Yeah, really nicely done. All right, so folks, moving on from here, we're going to take you out to the rear covered patio.
Yes, so this home has over 1,000 square feet of real covered patio, and you can get to it in 2 different ways. One from the master or primary bedroom, and then one from the primary living room. So at any given time, you don't have to walk through the whole house just to get outside. So we're trying to make it convenient.
Yeah, so as we're exiting the primary bedroom, we'll just point out the door, and maybe, should we go out from there?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that and keep the flow going.
Yeah. Open it here for you.
Okay. I mean, how convenient is this?
So we've heard a lot of people say, sometimes I just want to get out of bed and go enjoy a cup of coffee on my patio. Or sometimes I want to go out at the middle of the night and enjoy some wind and some breeze, when we have nicer temperatures in Houston. So we've kind of incorporated this into a lot of our floor plans to where people can literally go right from their bed to their patio without having to walk all the way around their house to get to their convenience.
It is true. You get into a larger house, you don't want to go out of the bedroom, wrap around, and open big sliders and and everything else.
Definitely don't want to do that.
All right, so obviously you can tell we are outside now. Feels like the country. And this is a really large covered patio. It's one of the largest I've seen on the channel for sure.
Yeah, so this one is a little over 1,000 square foot patio. Very entertaining. So as you can see, you can have barbecue, sit out and enjoy, you know, the football game on the TV, and of course the fireplace setting. And you're sitting on 24,000 square feet in terms of square footage on the lot.
So that's over a half an acre.
It's over half an acre inside the city of Houston. So at the end of the day, you know, you can enjoy your outdoors and add a pool, whatever you want to do to kind of make it your own space. So lots.
You know, I'm going to add one thing here. So folks, we've shot homes all over this city, and if you try to get over a half acre in a little bit more urban area, I mean, if we drive 15 minutes in, 15 or 20 minutes in, and we get into some of these other neighborhoods, your West U's, your Bel Airs, you'll never find this in the Heights. It's very rare.
Super rare.
Right? But Montrose, all those areas, a lot of this size in a house, forget about it. The price is, I mean,
triple.
Yeah, easily, because the land costs. So if you don't have to be, you know, 5 minutes to the medical center or 5 minutes to the Toyota Center or whatever, a little very short drive will get you to all those places, and you can have a beautiful home with some land around it. Yes. And people moving from other states, sometimes they're used to being with more land.
Yes, so that is a, you know, it's funny you say that, because a lot of people want land more than anything.
Right.
And, you know, what was once today a lot of this magnitude, you know, 5 years ago would go for 400,000, 500,000. Now you can't find a lot like this in the city for less than $1 million. Yeah. And that's just dirt.
It's true.
That's just dirt.
And that might be 8,000 square feet.
And you're correct.
Yep.
But you know what? People appreciate it. They'll still pay for it. There's one reason why. It's tranquility. To know that they're a 5-minute drive from anything they need, but they feel tranquil at home. They feel so nice at home that they don't have to drive 45 minutes to get to the grocery store because they live way out in the suburbs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Pretty nice. Again, you know, we're in the punch out stage, so excuse a little bit of the mess. We're not 100% complete here. We got about 2 more weeks of really tidying up this house, but it looks pretty good for where we're at right now.
No, it does.
And it's definitely, like I said, showable. So we'd love to show it to you. Yeah. But the one thing I do want to point out, Lance, and it's crazy, but underneath this 1,000 square feet, you also have 1,000 square feet of storage space. And if you have a pool, you can do any type of pool accessories, pool chairs, pool tables, anything can go underneath this house, and it's all tied in as one. Nice.
So it kind of reminds me of some of those homes in Galveston that are sitting up on, they got all that space underneath, and you go, well, it's storage. You know, you can never go without enough storage, right?
Yes.
I want to point out, I've been into a lot of homes, covered patios, where they literally do nothing special on the ceiling.
Yes.
So you obviously did some nice woodwork up there.
Yes, sir, we did. Yes, again, those are designer selections and choices. This one is already equipped with a surround sound.
I see that.
So that once, you know, the buyer moves in, they can install their TV, watch TV out here, enjoy some music on their patio, have nightlife, have, you know, guests over, enjoy a nice barbecue. And, you know, again, it's something to where a lot of people, especially, you know, people that have big gatherings, they want to stay home.
Yeah.
They don't want to go anywhere. They want to enjoy the party at home. They want to enjoy the pool at home. So at the end of the day, we do try to accommodate as many amenities as we can so that our customers enjoy their home.
You hear the birds even like it out here.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
All right, so folks, while we're standing here, as Justin pointed out, you have that's a wood burning fireplace.
That is a wood burning fireplace, yes.
You have a built-in barbecue with a sink,
Yes.
faucet there.
That is a full sink, built-in barbecue all the way through. It's a gas cavity barbecue grill. And again, you know, I mean, brand new, but we put these in. A lot of our customers, you know, you're in Texas, a lot of customers like the gas grills. They can, you know, mom can throw the steaks on real quick, or dad can throw on the steaks real quick, and it's very easy to cook. And it's, you know, really one of the best. And then, of course, you know, if you ever want to wash your hands while you're grabbing meat or anything like that, this is truly accessible. And underneath, you just have your utensil stuff.
Okay.
You know, quick cook.
Right. You have your outlets up top, so you put your big flat screen. It's Sunday, you want to watch the football games out here, or you want to have a movie night out here on the patio. It's great. And then just if you turn it around, folks, you can see from where we're at, you can look straight out the front door, that big glass and iron pivot door. And this house really allows you to have that indoor-outdoor living.
Yeah, so again, you know, we build our homes. A lot of our families ask, hey, we entertain a lot. This is what we love to do. So we truly try to build it around the families and what they expect to have when they buy a home of this magnitude. So at the end of the day, whatever our customers put on that architecture blueprint, we truly try to make their home theirs.
Great. All right, so that takes care of this segment of the video. We're gonna step back inside and show you the second floor, and there's a really cool space that I've never seen done in a home before. So stick with us for that and more. Okay, so let's go into basically part 2 of this tour, which is the second floor, and I love stairways. So let's talk about the lighting on the stairs.
So one thing that's really cool is at nighttime, as well as the daytime, but at nighttime, when you don't want all your lights on in the house, you're kind of, you know, calming down for the night. These stairs are equipped with a sensor that when you walk by the sensor, they automatically turn on all the way up, so that you don't have to turn on every light in the house to see where you're going. They're very well lit, and they look beautiful at nighttime, to be honest with you. I've seen them. Even from the exterior, it just looks so nice. Nighttime
tours I just shot a couple of penthouses in a high rise at night.
Yes.
And it just hits differently. The lighting and the vibe is different. But I want to bring up a true story and a fun fact, so Justice can attest to this. So in our house, when we go up to the second floor, there's 2 LED lights in the ceiling.
Okay.
Can't reach them.
Never.
I've tried with one of the poles. It won't turn the bulb. So the last time one of them went out, we have a guy that comes by at Christmas time and he decorates the house.
Yes.
He had to set up his scaffolding.
Yes.
Justice was the only one that could fit through the scaffolding to stand on top of it to change the bulb.
I agree.
So it's been about a month now, maybe, the bulb went out.
Oh, wow.
And my wife is like, can you call David and tell him to come set the scaffolding up? I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, we have to set up a scaffolding just to change a light bulb in the ceiling. And it made me think, you know what? I'm going to get some type of sensor situation. Yes. And so these will illuminate as soon as we hit the stairs.
Yes, they will.
Because it's a hazard.
Yes, they will.
All right.
So unfortunately, when we build these type of homes, the city code requires certain things.
Okay.
And so even though we say, well, that's not practical to get up to, the city, the counties, or the building codes force you to put those things in.
Right.
So I would say get John the handyman on speed dial, hold on to him, treat him right, because you're going to need them once every 6 months.
Right.
For sure.
All right, so this is pretty cool. So nice wide stairs.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen a lot more narrow. So let's head up to the second floor. And Justice, if you just get like the windows that you see, large picture window once again as we go up the stairs, allowing for that natural light to flow through this house, even in the stairwell. So let's head on up. Okay. All right, so what I wanted to ask you about this home, now this was a spec build, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't for any customer in mind. It was just, okay, we got a great piece of dirt, a great home site. I have a vision for what I want the house to look like. So folks, this home is available. So let's talk about that while we're up here. It is now listed for $2,799,000.
Yes, so it's $2,799,000. Again, right under 7,000 square feet for this type of home, 5,400 living square feet. And, you know, 6 bedrooms, possibly 5, 7 baths, 2 half. It's a large home for a large family.
Yeah, this is a great house. And so definitely reach out. If you want some more information after watching this video, reach out to me. I'll put you in touch with whoever you need to be in touch with so you can get a private tour of this home.
Absolutely. Yes, please reach out to Lance. Absolutely.
Okay, so now we're in basically a nice loft landing area.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy windows here.
Again, it's a picture. It's a picture. We say this over and over through your video, but it is a picture, and that's what we like to feel. We don't want to feel like, again, we're looking at the neighbor's backyard. We want to feel like we're in a picture, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, because folks, there's a lot of builders out there that build big homes, but they're just big homes. They're just a box, and there's no characteristics to it that make it, other than having space, make it feel truly like a home. So I've seen a lot of windows in homes, but usually you have separation in between. And this is, for the most part, it's continuous.
It is a continuous.
Yeah, so that.
It's a continuous window. So again, we want you to feel that warmth. We want you to feel like, you know, the tranquility of your home. Because if you're up here sitting, having movie night with your kids in their game room, or, you know, even adults, you feel good. You feel, you know, relaxed. You're not having 4 walls and feel like you're boxed in somewhere. So we really, truly try to put some thought into the architecture of every home that we build.
Right. So let's point out also you have a tray ceiling here.
Yes.
Which is nice. And I've also seen this, Justin, where builders will not put the lights on the corner. You just have that center light. So just little things.
Saving a few dollars here and there, but again, you know, when we talk about luxury homes, you really want to have that luxury.
Absolutely. All right. So even when you're up here, you see that chandelier that hangs over the foyer. There's a really large continuous picture window there. You're looking at some nice trees. So it's just beautiful. All right. So going this way, we're going to save the surprise for last, but going this way, we'll kind of blow through this pretty quickly. Justin, you follow me here. So you have 2 secondary bedrooms. I love the the length of this bathroom.
Yes.
It's kind of crazy. I've never seen a bathroom quite this long that was a secondary.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So you can go and I'll follow behind you and talk, but a lot of cabinet space in here. You have your subway tile pattern, herringbone, mud set floor. And this is a secondary. I mean, tile goes all the way up to the ceiling. It's just really,
good,
really nicely done.
Feels good.
All right. Now, talk to me about carpet in the bedrooms.
So, you know, that's always been a controversial subject, okay? We get buyers that say, well, Justin, we don't like carpet because of allergies, or we don't like carpet because we want the wood to flow. But I listen to moms. I listen to grandmas. I listen to, you know, the housekeepers that are here in the home 80% of the time. And, you know, moms come to me and they say, you know, I have a newborn, or I have a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, and even though they sleep in their own bed, if they fall in the middle of the night, which most kids do, okay, guess what they land on? Hardwood floors. So when people complain about, oh, well, you know, that $3 million house shouldn't have carpet, I always tell people, talk to moms. You hear a different story. You talk to the grandma, talk to the housekeeper that thinks about their children before they think about hardwood floors. You can always add those in later, or we can rip out the carpet and add them for you now. That's not an issue.
Right.
But we really, truly listen to the ladies because, again, moms, grandmas, you know, everybody has something to say when it comes to secondary bedrooms. So I automatically put in carpet because it's so easy to rip out. Okay.
So I wanted to ask you that because, you know, some people, they don't have the vision.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's not to knock anybody watching the channel, but I don't know if anybody walks more homes than I do or a realtor walks, right? And so, but that is the thing. People are like, oh my God, it's a, you know, I'll see it in the comments. Why is there carpet in the bedroom? That's a $4 million house.
Yep.
Well, there you have it. And like Justin said, if you are so inclined to make an offer on this house, which I hope someone watching will make an offer, he can rip this out and continue with the hard surface flooring if that's what you want.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Not going to lose a sale over carpet.
No. But we definitely, again, we listen to our clients and we listen to moms.
Right.
Moms have a big input on our houses, and you know, we want to make sure we listen to them loud and clear.
Okay. All right. So this is your last secondary bedroom.
Yes.
It also has an ensuite. As we mentioned, all of the bedrooms have an ensuite. So Justice, I'll just let you take a peek in here, and particularly the shower and the walk-in closet, I'll let you go in. I love that black tile that is laid in a vertical pattern.
Yes.
Because you're so used to seeing it laid horizontal.
Yes.
And these are already high ceilings. I mean, we're on, what are these? These are 10, right? Here?
Yes. This is your kid's bedroom. So yes, your kid lives like a king in my house for sure. Because again, you know, these bedrooms are nowhere smaller than 12 by 14. So you literally can put a king size bed in your kid's bedroom. So I mean, we take a lot of pride in that. And I will tell you, I have 5 children of my own, and I hear them gripe all the time about what they hate about their house. So we try to make it better.
You know, it's so funny. When I was growing up, and I remember we moved when I was about to turn 15, and it was like, this is your room.
Yeah.
There was no, what room do you want? This is your room, right? And so now, you know, touring people where I work for the builder, and people will come in and they'll say, oh, that secondary bedroom is too small for my kid. And I'm like, how old is your kid? Oh, well, Johnny's 5. And I'm looking at the room myself and I'm going, well, I didn't have a choice when I was a kid.
Exactly.
But what does Johnny have?
Exactly.
This room will fit a queen size bed and it's not big enough for your 5-year-old?
Oh, believe me, you've been in this business 20 years, 20 plus years. You hear it all.
You hear it all.
You hear it all. And you're not going to stop the comments or the chatter on the internet.
Right.
But as I always put it, every family has different needs. And
right.
We try to meet their needs to ensure that they have a loving and happy home.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, folks, unless you are building from scratch on a dirt lot and you're involved in every aspect of that house, it's not going to be perfect in your eyes, right? I mean, right?
I've probably sold to 4,000 families in my lifetime.
Right.
And I can't say I've ever sold a perfect home. There's always something.
Yeah, there's always something.
But you know what? 99.9% is a pretty good stat to being perfect.
Absolutely.
You know.
All right, so now do we have our surprise?
Sure. So let me tell you a little bit about this space. This space was supposed to be the Christmas tree box space. This space was supposed to be, come put your junk in this space, storage space. Well, between my designer and my architect, they got together and then they ended up creating, which could be virtually another bedroom, a massive It could be a weight room, or it could be a full media room, or it could be a full Pilates room.
Game room.
Oh, you're in the game room.
Well, that's true.
This is just your own private session sector room where you could do so many things with this room. But my designer, Emma Architect, had a great idea. So I'll let you guys decide what you could make that.
All right, let's go. Because this kind of blew me away when we saw it. I'm like, where'd this come from?
Yeah,
I opened the door here and I thought it was a closet.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a storage area, but
right.
It's no longer a storage area. So I'll let you guys lead.
All right. So Justice, you've seen this space. This is, I mean, man, I would probably turn it into a media room.
Yeah, so this is over 550 square feet. It is designed currently for a media room because it has all the connections now for the wiring for the speakers. So we did put a bar top here. It's going to have a full refrigerator or a Butler refrigerator down there. We are adding a few shelves for any type of snacks, refreshments, anything like that. And of course, because this house, remember we told you, it's almost 7,000 square feet, okay, under roof. Because it's so massive and you say, well, I don't want to leave this room when I'm watching a movie, or I don't want to, have to get out and do something else. Well, you have a refrigerator there, and then you have a full bathroom right here that's being completed. So at the end of the day, you could make this anything that you want. And then I did have one customer ask me, well, Justin, this can be a secondary master bedroom upstairs. And I said, you know what? It can. And she said, well, how do we get natural light in? And I said, easy. We cut out one big window at the front and you got yourself a secondary primary bedroom. So it's kind of cool to have this type of space. And again, this was supposed to be the Christmas tree box. So we made it a little bit better.
Well, the other thing I'm thinking, for those of you who have children, this is a great place for them to have slumber parties.
Oh, yeah. I mean, massive room. Massive room. You can do whatever you want with it.
This is a great space.
It is.
So the listing has it like 5,400. Does that include this space?
Yes.
It does. Okay.
Yes.
And then the 7,000 including under roof, like the covered patio, or what do we?
So I want to, and this is something that we educate a lot of our customers with, because our customers say, well, Justin, why is your home priced at this price? And I always tell customers, every builder in America, not just me, every builder in America, we have to count what is literally underneath your roof. So that's patios, porches, anything like that is underneath the roof is considered underneath the roof space.
Right.
So even though you might say, well, I'm looking at a 3,500 square foot home, well, you're talking about living space. But then when you start adding porches, patios, that 3,500 square foot home can quickly become 5,500, 6,500, or it can become 4,000, depending on how much outdoor space you like to live.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I always encourage our customers to really look at that, because there's a lot of people that love outdoor space. They love being outside. And while they want to be outside in Houston market, you got to have a nice sized patio. So we always encourage our customers to take into account the entire build and just understand what their needs and wants are.
Right. Cool. So this bathroom is still going through a little work here, folks. We've already explained that.
Yep.
But there is a really nice size walk-in shower here. So it's just a great flex space, if you will.
It is. It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's we're doing our last final touch-ups, getting it all completed, and this home, like I said, will be ready for sale in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, and I appreciate you allowing us to film now, because a lot of builders say, hey, they're not as transparent. They wanted everything completely 100% perfect before filming. So this is great to kind of see the insight of, a home being built and near complete, and you pointing out a lot of the features.
So you bring up a very good point, Lance, and thank you for that. I will tell you, I'm going to invite you out for a second video, but this one, we're going to walk it right before we sheetrock it, because you know what, in my opinion, as your builder, behind the walls is what really makes a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
So I would love to invite you out to come walk one of my other homes. We're about to start another 7,000 square foot home in Tomball.
Okay.
And once I get that one framed up and kind of ready to go, right before we sheetrock it, I'm going to invite you out because that home did sell. It's under contract now for 2.4 million. It sits on an acre and a half of land. Tomball is a lot further out of the city of Houston. So the lot prices is what makes that price differentiate from this house. But I would love to show you the bones because honestly, that's what makes a difference in a house, the bones. A lot of people say, well, you know, I'd love to see, and I call this jewelry, you know, your sinks and your mirrors and your lights. That's the jewelry of the house. But what makes the foundation and the solidarity of your house is what's truly behind the walls. And a lot of people don't get to see that. And you know what? When you truly see that, you'll tell the difference between a quality builder and a builder that cut corners just to get the home up fast.
That is so completely true because it is the jewelry, it's the wow factor that sells houses. And experienced buyers, and it's not their first rodeo, they really want to know. Some people ask surface level questions like, well, what is it, 2x4, is it 2x6 or stuff like that. But when you see a home being built from the ground up and you really see, as you say, the bones of the house, it's a completely different experience. And you buy a home like that, you have pride knowing your house was solidly constructed.
Yes, and to me, I'd rather educate a buyer than sell a buyer because knowing that they have a peace of mind, knowing that they spent their hard-earned money on a quality home is so important to me. So important to me. So at the end of the day, love for you guys to come out and please comment on our videos. Let us know what you think. Tell us if we're doing a great job or if we're not doing a great job. We love the criticism, and I'll tell you why. Because that's what makes us a better builder. So at the end of the day, please, we welcome your comments.
Yeah, well, I definitely take you up on your offer to shoot that in the early stages because that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
All right, so from here, we're gonna go up and back down. We're gonna talk a little bit about the exterior of the house because I think that's all we have left, right?
Sure, the exterior, and hopefully y'all can see some peacocks out there because they're really nice.
Okay. All right, so we're on the exterior of this beautiful home. The first thing I want to point out is the contrast. I love the white stucco. I love all of the dark trim. And, you know, just as you can probably see the whole house from there, I don't know if you can or not, but it just, it feels right.
This house illuminates, it stands out in the neighborhood. As you can, you know, tell, we'll give you a quick tour of all the houses. But if you notice, in a custom neighborhood, not one house is built alike. They're all very different. They all have very different characteristics. But that's what makes this neighborhood beautiful, is the characteristics of the neighborhood. So, you know, when we plan our architecture in our homes, we have to go through an HOA process and get approved before we ever build a home. Because obviously we want to keep the values up in the neighborhood.
Right.
So, you know, we do abide by the restrictions. We do build according to code and restrictions. But we also want to put together something that when you drive by, daytime, nighttime, people go, wow, what a beautiful home. So this home has over 60 foot tall peaks in this home. It sits just immensely large, and when you see it in the drone footage or anything like that and how it covers the yard, you're going to be really blown away about the size of this home. It is amazing home, and this is one of my favorites. I've built a lot of homes in my lifetime, but this one right here has been one of my favorites because it has that French modern feel to it, but then when you walk in, you just have that elegance about it. And if you do get a sneak peek, I hope Lance gives you a quick tour of kind of when it's dark what this home really looks like at night, because it would blow your mind.
He'll probably be gone, but depending on what time it is, I'll probably catch some B-roll with some night shots.
There you go.
Yeah, so you'll be able to get a little different feel.
There you go.
But I like the coach lighting on the house. I love the big numbers on the house. I do. I really like it. I think it's something different.
You know, I went back and forth with the designer on that.
Uh-huh.
She was battling with me. She was punching me out. She said, "Justin, it works," and I said, "I hate it." She said, "Just trust me on it." She put it up, and I love it.
Yeah,
and
no,
I'm like, okay, all right.
I think it's super cool.
You win.
So we mentioned earlier the garages. So we have a 3-car split garage from the outside, but it's completely open on the inside. And there's construction material and things like that in there. But trust me, folks, I've seen it. 16-foot high ceilings in there. Like we mentioned earlier, if you're a car enthusiast, you can literally put 3 lifts in there and get 6 cars in this garage. It's nice. It's really nice.
Yeah, you definitely can get 6 cars in that garage.
And then this is stairs leads up to that delivery entrance, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's still a little bit of stucco work, that stucco touch-ups now that the tile guys are finished, that we have to complete. So we'll do that. And then of course, yes, that leads to the butler entry. And then the other thing too, if this goes straight to the backyard. So at any given time from right here, you have plenty of space to back out, leave the neighborhood, or if you have big parties and you want to throw a big tent out here and kind of do a big party or a big event, this lot has everything for you to enjoy your family out here. It's a tranquility feel. It's so beautiful out here. And I did hear a peacock.
That's what I thought I heard.
I did hear it, and I hope you catch it on video, because he might bring his friends with him too. So give him a few minutes.
All right, yeah, come visit us, peacocks.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to do a quick walk around on the outside?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that real quick, and we'll wrap up the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and do that.
All right.
And again, any questions people have, please comment them on the video. We're not 100% done, but we're about 95% done. A lot of the little details need to happen, but when it's done, it's done.
All right. On a technical side, how many air conditioning units do we have for the space?
So a house of this magnitude will have 3 ACs, okay? Because again, this house is 5,400 square feet. You have 2 5-ton units, and then you have another 4-ton unit to maximize that.
Okay.
One thing I will point out too is, again, this is Houston, okay? We experience all types of weather, in which we love. But at the end of the day, this house has drainage underneath all of it. There's a hidden drain here. And then there's some drains that you're going to see inside the slab. Those are also, at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about any type of flooding or any type of, natural disaster that you feel will harm you or your family at that time.
That's great. That's really great. That's one of the things I like when we spoke about the phone, and I have my clients here. And folks, I had clients looking at this house, and Justin was nice enough to get on the phone with them as the person who built the house. It wasn't just the listing agent. Yes. It was the owner and builder of the house. So he really cares about his buyers for sure. Yep. All right. So we're just going to do a quick walk around to the outside. And like you said, it feels like the country.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're inside the city. It's so quiet. You can't hear the city. Okay. But you're literally 5 minutes from anything and everything you want to have.
Absolutely.
And that's what's so nice about this.
Yep.
So again, we built this house up. Sits on 25,000 square feet all the way around. This is basically your pool area, which is massive. You can put a pool here at any given time. And then of course, you still have plenty of backyard, because your backyard goes all the way around the house. And so it's just an entertaining house. You'll love it.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
We don't need to walk around the whole thing, but folks, you can see right now we're at the rear, and there's our covered patio.
Yep.
And it probably won't pick up on film, but you also have all this storage space underneath the covered patio.
Like I said, you have over 1,000 square feet of storage space underneath there. And again, we're blue taping, getting ready to do all the final touches in the home. But we hope you like this video. We hope we were very informative with you. And at the end of the day, we hope to one day earn your business. So please give Lance a call and set your appointments up.
All right. Hey, folks, like he said, give me a call. I'd love to put you in touch with him. I'd love to tour you this beautiful home and any of his future projects coming, because we have a relationship now.
Amen.
And I'm going to be filming, I hope to film all of your houses in the
sir.
future with you in the video, because it's been very insightful, very knowledgeable. And folks, I know this video is longer than normal, but I wanted to do something different so you can, really understand what it takes to build a home of this magnitude, and to talk to the developer of the home and let him give you his insight about the home. And so, whether it's this house or it's one of his future projects, he is definitely a company, Aurora Custom Homes, that you want to consider to build your dream home.
Yes, thank you. And we really appreciate our customers out there that have truly believed in us and allowed us to build their home. And we truly want to earn your business. So again, call Lance, give him a call, set up an appointment. It's a free consult, doesn't cost you anything. If you want some architect time, again, a free consult doesn't cost you anything. But we truly want you to build your dream home, not what the builder wants to build. So we definitely invite you, we welcome you, and we hope you're part of the Aurora family soon.
Great, man. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. All right. All right, folks, I'm going to do some extra stuff for this video that we didn't do up front, but we'll get back to you in a second. That wraps up this latest episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. This has been an extremely fun tour to film. I'd like to give a huge thank you to Mr. Justin Flores, the owner of Aurora Custom Homes, for touring this beautiful property with us. I also want to mention the listing agent, Crystal Diaz of Keller Williams Metropolitan, both of them for allowing this tour to take place. Folks, if you'd like some more information on this property, reach out. All of our information is in the description below. As always, definitely hit that like button. Share this video with everybody you know. Leave us a comment. What was your favorite feature about this house? And most importantly, please subscribe. It allows me to continue bringing you luxury home tours like this each and every week. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.